with a group of guys that you weren't really sure that you were going to be as healthy as you were up there in the front.
Yeah, young group of linemen spitting duct tape, and kind of putting them together. I think Ben dinged his shoulder a little bit again, but hopefully, we didn't have to use him in the second half. TK's been sick all week, but he came in, and when that big man's rumbling, it's good running behind him, and I think we just got to get him in better shape. I mean, he's had some funky injuries and was sick, and if we get him in better shape, he's as good as anybody out there.
All right, so the game starts off great field position. You weren't able to take advantage early, get it, and then they get the kickoff return. You knew 6 was special, but holy cow, he kind of almost turned the tide there. But great response by you.
Well, I think it's one of those things where we talked about not kicking it to him. We kicked it right to him. So that's on me. I didn't get that message across vehemently enough, I suppose. But we did turn it around. I felt like we played really good defense in the first half. I think we held them about 80 yards in the first half, and second half they had a little bit more because we were playing some young guys. But we were opportunistic. I mean, 2 pick sixes, 3 picks, 4 turnovers for the night. I believe it was 4. Wasn't it 4? Maybe 5? Was it 4?
3 picks,
and then one fumble recovery, right? So 4. So that's we aim to get 3 a game. That's our goal. Block punts like a turnover. That's a heck of a play by Daryl. Now we did talk about that. We thought we might could get that, and Daryl executed that outstandingly. So, I mean, we're getting there. We just got to stay healthy. We got to find a way to stay healthy and kind of keep on bumping along.
In this game for the running game, you talked about just establishing it, and the guys that come in, you got chunk plays. It wasn't just, you got a lot of chunk plays. And I think you felt like you needed that to almost break the spirits a little bit.
Well, we think we have 3 really good running backs. They run hard. All 3 of those guys run really hard. So if you give them a little bit of an opportunity, then they'll make things happen. So, really, like I said, really happy with the way that happened. Happy for Courtney and all those guys. I mean, they did a heck of a job in there, and very happy with the way they competed today.
And again, that's a lot of the good. Trey had a great game running because he was decisive. When he
was.
made his mind up to go run, he ran.
Yeah, and I think they had some running stuff for him. And then even in the passing game, he's like, hey, if it's not there and they're man free, I'm taking off and using my legs and get what I can get. And that's what we told him. Like, being unselfish is great. That's a great trait to have, right? Being unselfish. But don't be so unselfish that you're trying to get these guys open. If it's there, use your legs, because that's the hardest thing to get anybody down. So, I was happy with it.
I think for Catawba, their side defensively, they did shut us out a little bit. We get down to the 5. We kind of had some issues getting in there, condensing it. They were really good in putting pressure on him in the passing game. We didn't have the time to throw.
Well, I mean, they were playing down there. They played cover 0 several times. So when they're playing cover 0, you got to throw the hot, because they're going to bring in one more than you can protect if you're trying to get, 4 out a lot of times. So that was part of it. I thought actually the other blitz stuff that they did, we picked up very well.
Yeah.
I mean, our backs and tight ends did a heck of a job. And you saw when Trey has time and our receivers have time, we're going to get guys open. And I was really excited about the way they game plan. I thought our offensive staff did a heck of a job.
Best protected block in the history of Pioneer football was Courtney Jackson today. That was a
great blitz pickup. Yes, I don't think that guy wanted to blitz again after that. It's like, no, don't do that again.
It's good. It was good. A lot of things happened. And defensively, just to brag on your group just a little bit on that defense, your defensive line really limited them to nothing. 80 yards in the first half, 156 yards through 3 quarters. Yeah. They had 295 for the game, and they got at least 150 of that.
We had some young guys in there that, they got to understand, when I put them in there, I expect the same thing out of the start. I know they're not starters, but that's not who I am. Yeah. The standard is the standard. So we didn't play very well toward the end. Jumped off sides, gave them a free play. Those are things we don't do. You can see the threes, some of the threes and the 2s that we're mixing in there, aren't quite as disciplined maybe as the older guys. So, at the end of the day, it's a learning stuff. I'm sure it'll give me something to be angry about.
Right. Well, tell me about your defensive front, because you can't be angry with them today.
No.
They didn't allow much. Again, running game, passing game. Jacobs seemed to be just off kilter much of the game. Did a really good job. Getting to him.
We tried to mix up a lot. They were doing 3 different protections, but I thought I had a little bit of a beat on them, and I think I did. And, so protection-wise, I felt really, really good about what we were trying to get accomplished, and I think we did a really good job of mixing up the coverages on them. I did some self-scout stuff and changed some things up, and that's what you got to do. It's 3rd game of the year. You got to see, hey, where am I trending, right? I mean, I'm not, even though I'm saying this on whatever YouTube, it's every coach in America does that, right? So I feel like I changed some things up. I probably confused him a little more. I think they were probably expecting a little more of one coverage than they got another. And so because of that, he had to hold the ball several times and then throw it in traffic. And then we were able to get pressure and that's really what you're looking for. So we'll enjoy this one tonight. And Barton, the running back. I'll have nightmares this week of that guy.
You already had nightmares last year. Marcel was able to come away with that victory. A very solid game, a defensive game, and I think that's where I am with Barton. I'm impressed with what they're doing defensively.
Yeah, their guys play hard, man. We watched them against Trawan, they play hard, man. They really do. Like schematically, you look at them, they're sound, and they play hard. But you know, that's kind of what I expected of that game, and hopefully we can get some more dudes healthy. You know, for next week, but we got another road game, and that's what we got to go do.
Pioneer coach Jerry Odom, he picks up his 3rd win all time against Catawba, the 3rd win of the season for the Pioneers as they go to 3-1, now 1-1 in league play. Back with more of our Pioneer postgame after this. Tusculum 50, Catawba 17 on the Pioneer Sports Network.